I don't want to do this podcast. I don't want to do it, but I feel obliged. I feel I have an obligation. Oh, where do I start? Where do I start? So, just before I went into the shower last night, I saw a few posts on a channel, the community wall, talking about how people are starting to turn on the Rzuceks. Got into the shower, came back out, and I saw more posts. And I thought, oh my God, because I could see this happening from a few days ago. And I thought, oh no, this is not what I wanted. Oh my God, this is going to blow up. It's going to turn into drama once again. And the tide is turning. So therefore, and I'm using my words as carefully as possible because I don't want to offend anybody, but I've always spoken independently. Oh, the people that supported the Rzuceks the most are the ones that are turning against them the most. I've just been on Bam's channel. I know that the Rzuceks were on Bam's channel. They've been on her channel before because I heard their interview or them speaking on Bam's channel. And there are a few others that I choose not to name at the moment. But it is very, very sad because I've always supported the Rzuceks and I will always support them. However, I did kind of see this scenario happening because this is what happens in situations like this. When you are so loyal or you are so one-sided, and it's happened on the what side of the fence as well. When you are so, when you put people on a pedestal and you flatter them and you are extremely loyal to them for a long period of time, a lot of people are looking for some kind of gratification in turn or in exchange for that loyalty. And they're looking to be complimented, they're looking to be flattered, they're looking to elevate themselves in some way. And the people that are turning on them, and I'm not saying that this is the only reason why they're turning on the Rzuceks, but the people that are turning on the Rzuceks don't feel as if they have been properly thanked or don't feel as if they've been gratified enough. Their ego has not been boosted enough by supporting the Rzuceks. And that's what's happened. They feel devalued by the Rzuceks for whatever reason. And I'm not saying that this is the Rzuceks' fault by any stretch of the imagination. But, maybe they might have sided with the Rzuceks for their own grandiosity, for their own ego. And because they were being told by the Rzuceks that they were doing well, whatever, or, they were being thanked by the Rzuceks. And when being put on a pedestal stopped, when the gratification and the elevation and the flattery stopped, I think these people started to turn. I think there's other things going on as well. I don't think that's the only reason. But this is it feels like a narcissistic cycle of abuse. And this is not what I wanted to see whatsoever. Not what I wanted to see whatsoever, because the Rzuceks have been through hell. And this is not what I wanted to see. But I actually, from the moment Kelly appeared on Natasha's channel, I could see the tide turning a little bit. And not because of Kelly. No, not because of her. But I could see that the tide was going to change just a little bit. And my channel is about human behavior. And I have been very much in this community. I'm not a truth channel, but I have been in this community. I've been associated with it. I've been a part of it. I've spoken about it. So there's no point in me ignoring it and pretend this is not happening. The other issue that seems to have arisen and has become a problem is this issue with this so-called lawyer called Claire. Now, I don't know much about this at all. I'm still learning about it, and I'll do my research. But Claire was said to be an attorney or a lawyer working on behalf of the Rzuceks and representing them. And some people are saying she was never a real or authentic lawyer. I don't know if that's true or not. But I can understand if she's not a real attorney or not a real lawyer, I can understand why people would be upset about that. That's just me being, independent minded and speaking the truth. But I don't know enough about the situation with regard to Claire. And I heard that she kind of disappeared. So, if anyone could give me clarification on that, I would be most appreciative. I'm not going to say too much about Claire because I don't know enough. But some people are saying that she was never a real lawyer, she was never a real attorney, and that she doesn't have the power to do what she was intending to do, so to speak. So for all the people who have turned on the Rzuceks and you have your own reasons, I'm not going to preach to you at all, because that's not, you have your own right and your own reasons to feel the way that you do. But just bear this in mind. The Rzuceks are human. They're not perfect. They're humans who have suffered what I believe to be possibly the worst tragedy that any human being could ever suffer. And I'm not taking sides. I'm not saying that, the people that have turned their back on them, I'm not saying that you have no right to do that. That's not what I'm saying. You have your own opinion. You have your own right. You have your own minds. You have the obligation to do whatever you want to do and feel the way you feel. I'm not you. And, I can't tell you how to feel. But just remember that the Rzuceks, they're not perfect. They are human. They are humans who've suffered a complete and tragic loss, and they were never given a book of instructions of how to deal with all that's happened. I mean, they've had people like, they've had several people on several different channels saying the most disgusting things about their daughter. They've been frustrated. They've been at their lowest ebb. I'm not making excuses for any of them. I'm not making excuses. But just remember that the Rzuceks are humans. They are not perfect. None of us are.